town of Red Hollow looked like one of those postcard joints where nothing bad ever happens. Quiet streets, lazy Sundays, people saying, "Howdy," like they actually meant it. But under that soft sunlight and slow-living vibe, something ugly had been festering for a long time, and nobody saw it coming. Not until bodies started stacking and the water itself turned into a silent killer. And at the center of it all was a woman nobody ever suspected. Leela Monroe, yeah, that Leela, the one who ran the local diner, poured coffee with a smile, called everyone Hun like she cared. The kind of woman folks trusted without thinking twice, which is exactly why she got away with it for so damn long. Because Leela wasn't just poisoning people, nah. She was orchestrating chaos like some low-key mastermind, playing everybody like pieces on a board, while she stayed looking clean, untouchable, damn near invisible. It started years back, way before anyone dropped dead, when Leela first rolled into town claiming she wanted a fresh start. But truth was she had a past darker than a midnight alley rumors from another state. Whispers of a husband who died sudden, neighbors who got sick, a workplace that shut down after some chemical incident. But nothing ever stuck, no proof, just bad luck following her like a shadow. And Red Hollow, it welcomed her with open arms like fools walking into a trap. And she learned everything: who hated who was cheating, who owed money, who had secrets buried so deep they thought nobody would ever find them. And she didn't rush it, nah. She took her time, building trust, memorizing routines, studying people like they were lab rats. And the first incident was so small nobody even clocked it. Old Mr. Jenkins got sick after eating at the diner. Stomach messed up. Weak as hell, doctor said food poisoning. Case closed. Except it wasn't food poisoning. Not really. It was a tiny dose of something Leela had slipped in, just enough to test the waters, see how long it took, how the body reacted, how the town responded. And when nothing happened, no suspicion, no questions, she knew she had her playground. And from there things started escalating, slow and steady like a ticking bomb. She'd poison a dish here, spike a drink there. Not enough to kill, just enough to weaken people, make them paranoid, make them snap at each other. Marriages started cracking, fights breaking out, folks accusing each other of nonsense. And Leela, she'd be right there in the middle, calming people down, offering free coffee, playing the peacemaker while she quietly fueled the fire. And then came the first real death. Tommy Raines, young dude, worked construction, strong as an ox, dropped dead out of nowhere after a late-night meal at the diner. Town went into shock. But again, no proof, just speculation. Doctor blamed a rare reaction, said maybe allergies, maybe heart issue. And Leela cried at the funeral like she lost family, hugged his mama, whispered he's in a better place, all while knowing damn well she sent him there. And that's when something shifted inside her, like she crossed a line she couldn't come back from. And instead of stopping, she doubled down. Because now it wasn't just about control. It was about power. About proving she could decide who lives and who drops. And she didn't stick to food anymore. Nah, she leveled up, started messing with the town's water supply. See, Red Hollow had this old treatment facility on the edge of town, barely monitored, outdated as hell. And Leela found a way in, started adding small doses of arsenic mixed with other chemicals she'd been collecting for years. Real careful with it, never too much at once, just enough to make people sick over time. And the symptoms were all over the place. Some folks got dizzy. Some couldn't keep food down. Some started hallucinating. Others just slowly faded. And nobody could figure out why, because it didn't hit everyone the same way. And while the town spiraled into fear, Leela became a damn hero, organizing water drives, handing out bottled water. Yeah, the same bottles she sometimes tampered with too, just to keep things unpredictable sitting beside hospital beds, holding hands of people she poisoned, whispering comfort while watching them suffer. And the more chaos spread, the more she thrived, because this wasn't random for her. This was art, a twisted experiment where she controlled every variable she could. And behind the scenes, she was doing way more than just poisoning. She'd break into homes, steal personal stuff, read diaries, gather secrets, then use that info to manipulate people, sending anonymous messages, sparking arguments, pushing people to the edge, and a couple of suicides that shook the town. Yeah, those weren't just sad tragedies. Those were orchestrated. Leela planting doubts, feeding lies, isolating her targets until they cracked. And all of it stayed hidden because nobody wanted to believe someone like her could be behind it. Until Deputy Marcus Cole started noticing patterns, not because he was some genius, but because he couldn't ignore the feeling that things didn't add up. Too many sick people, too many weird coincidences, too many deaths with no clear cause. And when he started digging into who these victims had in common, one name kept popping up: Leela Monroe, always nearby, always involved, always helping. And at first, he brushed it off, because accusing her felt insane. But the deeper he looked, the worse it got. And one night he followed her, watched her drive out to that abandoned water facility, saw her slip inside like she'd done it 100 times before. And when he crept in after her, heart pounding, gun ready, he found her standing by a tank, pouring in another batch of poison like she was cooking dinner, calm, focused, not a hint of guilt on her face. And when he called her name, she didn't panic, didn't even flinch, just turned slowly with this cold smile and said, "Took you long enough," like she'd been expecting him. And that moment, that's when he realized this wasn't just a killer. This was someone who thought they were above everything. Someone who believed they had a right to play judge, jury, and executioner. And when he demanded to know why, her answer was simple and chilling. Because this town was already sick, I just sped things up. And even after he arrested her, even after the truth came out, it didn't bring peace, because the damage was already done. The town was broken, trust shattered, people looking at each other like strangers, wondering who else might be hiding something. And the investigation into Leela's life uncovered horrors. Nobody was ready for journals filled with names, dates, dosages, notes on how each person reacted, photos of victims before and after, lists of future targets, and evidence that she'd been doing this long before Red Hollow, moving from place to place, leaving behind a trail of sickness and death that never got traced back to her. And even in court, she showed no remorse, sat there like she was bored, like the whole thing was beneath her. And when asked if she regretted anything, she just said, "Regret is for people who make mistakes." And that line stuck with everyone, because it meant she didn't see any of it as wrong, just necessary, just part of whatever twisted logic she lived by. And even now, years later, Red Hollow ain't the same. People don't trust their food, their water, or each other. Businesses shut down. Families moved away, and the ones who stayed, they live with that lingering fear, that uneasy feeling that something like that could happen again. Because if someone like Leela Monroe could walk among them, smiling, serving coffee, pretending to care, while slowly destroying everything, then how the hell do you ever feel safe again? And sometimes, late at night, when the pipes creak and the water runs just a little too quiet, people swear they can still taste something bitter, something wrong, and they can't help but wonder, did it really end with her? Or was she just the beginning of something way worse?